And welcome to List. This show we pluck out a name out of an all-time movie. Watch this, watch it, and review for your viewing pleasure. The movie we're scratching off the list today is 1986 Transformers the movie. The Autobots must stop a colossal planet-consuming robot who goes after the Autobots' matrix of leadership. At the same time, they must defend themselves against an all-out attack from the Decepticons. So I really didn't grow up a Transformer guy. I was more a Power Ranger guy. I was born in the 90s, so this is a little bit before my time. And then from Power Rangers, I jumped over to Pokemans. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really give a shit about Transformers at all till Shia came around. He kind of made them cool, right?
Okay. And
then they started getting less and less cool as those movies kept coming out. And now I think they're okay. They're trying to something different. And I think it's a good direction. But I think I didn't even know about this damn movie till a handful of years ago.
Really?
Like, I knew about the show, but I didn't know that the movie was a thing. You were a Transformers guy.
Oh, yeah. I actually started with Beast Wars of all the seasons. And then did migrate to the OG one and saw the movie.
Before we get into Transformers the movie, make sure to let us know down in the comments your perspective for the Transformers the movie. Were you around? Were you watching this when you guys are cheering? Any and all things Transformers, let us know down in the comments. And while you're down there, if you can like, comment, subscribe, that'd be great. Let's jump into the movie. It makes sense, but I didn't know it was from Marvel.
Oh, I totally forgot about it.
They were also in charge of the show and a lot of the comics, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Marvel was held the license for the comics for years.
This was actually the last Marvel animated film to have a theatrical release up until Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That was a lot.
I'm a little bit of a Marvel apologist, but in terms of this thing, it looks beautiful as hell, man.
Oh, yeah. It is, for its time, something special.
Forever, man. I feel like if anything holds up are the visuals.
Yeah.
80s as hell, and what is the most 80s thing ever is the music.
Oh, yes. The music is unforgettable.
And it kicks in from the beginning, right? It's not bad music, but I feel like it doesn't fit.
No, yeah, that is true because the music just goes ham. There's some moments where the score kicks in and it's kind of slower, but then boom, you go into the rock again and it's jarring.
It just doesn't fit what's happening. I mean, it happens a lot in the fights. Like, the music is too upbeat for the fight, putazos, and it was a little bit conflicting. And now, all these years later, the soundtrack has become something that's like legendary and has its own little cult following, and a lot of Transformers fans seek out the soundtrack. But it just felt to me as it's awesome. I'm not negating the awesomeness of the soundtrack. I just felt like it didn't fit with what I was watching. But the sound effects that are amazing are anything that have to do with any kind of Transformer. It's great. We even kick off with a different version of a theme, which has more rocker.
It's like a metal band trying to do a cover of the song.
That's exactly what it is.
They did good, but it doesn't fit. It's weird.
So we're in the year 2005. 20 years ago, dog.
It's the future.
It was also supposed to be 20 years after the second season of the show, and Cybertron is being taken over by the Decepticons, but Autobots are preparing to retake it. The cast in this thing, man, it's just legends left and right. You mentioned it already. Orson Welles as Unicron, Leonard Nimoy as Galvatron, Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, Scott Crothers as Jazz, and this was actually the final performance of Orson Welles of anything ever. When he finished the recording for this, he passed away 5 days later.
He finished like a legend.
He sounds awesome, but there were a lot of problems with the audio. They had to go through a lot of cleaning. He didn't sound right because my guy was not doing well. He was literally dying. So they had to do a lot of things to spruce up the audio, and they finally got it to work.
Welcome, Megatron.
And also Scatman Crothers, who plays Jazz, also passed away a year later in 1986.
No sign of Decepticons here, Prime.
I did felt like I needed to know a little bit about the show. The show was only out for 2 years before the movie came out. Mm-hmm. And I did feel a tad lost Like, I didn't know who is the good, like, who are my favorites? Who do I like? I don't know any of these fools, right?
Yeah, because even for the new staples like Bumblebee, he's like what, 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, he's in there for a little bit. So Prime asks Ironhide to go down to Earth to go get some more powers. There's one human guy in a Hulkbuster hanging out with Bumblebee. I don't know who the hell you is, but they need Energon. And Megatron is out here spying, so now he's figuring out the whole plan. The voices of all these characters are dope, man.
Oh, yeah. In line with the characters, because I always hated Starscream because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And the voice is just a piece of shit. He sounds slimy. He sounds slithery.
Much easier, almighty Megatron.
So the Decepticons decide to go and attack and intercept the other fools that are going down to Earth. And the song starts. Yeah, this is where I noticed that it just completely does not fit. It was funny because Megatron comes out and he's all like, yeah, I'm going to kick your ass. And then he turns into a teeny tiny little gun. It's like, you're not that scary, bro. You look like a Nerf gun. What's going on?
I was thinking, okay, he's Megatron. He has to be like the most badass gun ever.
Yeah.
But he's teeny tiny.
He's a handgun.
What the f?
Go become a bazooka. What are you doing? You're the leader, man.
You should be like a tank.
Yeah, something badass. Anyway, even with the little gun, they murk the Autobots. They all get jacked up.
Kind of badass because one of them starts burning from the inside, and I was like, God damn.
See, like, that's what I'm saying. I didn't have the emotional connection to who the hell these, robots are, but they do, like, kill a lot of guys off the bat. So, on Earth, we're hanging out with this kid who's fishing, and he's missing his dad. Again, the music here is 80s AF, dog. The Decepticons decide to land on Earth and start fighting. And we got Hot Rod, which I'm guessing is like the new hip one. He's hanging around with the kid. But again, the music makes it way less serious. It takes the seriousness away.
Yeah, it takes you out completely out of the heart of the movie.
I did like Blur. He was funny. He was speaking really fast.
What about me, Magnus? What about me? I can help. I want to help. What about me?
So there's an all-out war basically in Autobots City. So they have to contact Optimus, who's up in the moon, to come down and help.
I love that part. Go to Autobot City. Doesn't it have a name other than Autobot City? I love the cheese. I love the cheese because there's one part where the dad...
As soon as we've kicked Megatron's tail across the galaxy.
I love this. I love it. I love it.
I was confused about this one guy who releases a bunch of bots out of his chest. So
Soundwave.
So what does that mean? So he's got live bots in his chest?
Yeah, cassette tapes.
So they just hang out inside of him all the time? Like, they don't have to do nothing?
They run errands for him. I mean, we got the Autobot boombox also.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, with Soundwave, I think Soundwave was in the movies too, with in the Patrick Dempsey one.
So there's the Constructobots tearing down the door.
No. Constructobots? No. Constructicons. Constructobots sounds very funny.
Well, I don't know, man. Well, either way, they get shot down by this gigantic missile.
Simon.
And they're fighting all night to try to break in. And then the Dinobots come out. They drop out of the ship and start fighting the Constructicons. How many different bots are there? A bunch?
Yeah. We got the Dinobots, we got the Autobots, we got the Decepticons, we got the Constructicons out of the Decepticons. Then in the future, they're going to be like the Terrorcons.
Oh, no, I'm done. Too much. I only can tell the difference because they have, the good guys have a different emblem as the bad guys.
It's square and it's red.
So one of the best songs comes in probably. You got the touch.
You got the touch. You got the power.
With Optimus Prime heading out. But again,
Like
the music
5 times
doesn't
way.
go. Yes, that was their song. But again, I don't think it fits. So did that song sound familiar to you?
Yes, it kind of did.
I think it was actually made more famous in Boogie Nights because Marky Mark is the one that sings it. Horribly, but he sings it.
You got the touch. You got the power.
So Optimus Prime comes down and finds Megatron and they fight. This is like, what, probably 20 minutes in? Maybe even less than that. And they're already like, you already got the big bad and the big hero fighting each other.
Beating their asses way.
Yeah, they're getting messed up. And then towards the end of the fight, Hot Rod decides to get in the way. And actually, the Decepticon deceives people who know. And they mess each other up. Megatron's jacked up. Prime is jacked up. The Decepticons dip, but they take Megatron with them, but not after kicking him.
Oh, see, that Starscream kick was low.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, treating him like trash. Like, damn.
But that I like that. It also shows how inexperienced Hard Rod is. He's like he's young, he's chipper, he's not battle worn by any means, and he thought he could just help.
Prime out here dying, and he says he will be one with the Matrix. I'm sitting here going, what? We're gonna see Keanu? What the hell's going on? He decides to pass the Matrix to Magnus, who looks exactly like Optimus Prime to me.
Yeah.
And he's told that the true leader will be able to open it. And then Prime just shuts down. All his color goes away. That was pretty wild.
I think what was wilder is that the main man died.
They killed him, Wayne. I was sitting there like, okay, well, he gonna come back, right? He coming back to save the day. No way.
No way. He
Prime
stays dead.
Prime dead. The truck done. Just threw away.
No Marvelisms, no DCisms, no miracles. Nah, he's dead.
Dead. And actually, because of this, it turned into a running gag that if you watch all the other movies, he kind of dies or is in trouble and he comes back. And it's kind of a running gag because of this. But yeah, I thought he was going to come back and save the day, but no. And that's like the biggest shocker of the movie. And it was one of the main criticisms back then because he's the main guy, right? But Hasbro was adamant of killing Prime because the whole purpose of this movie is to introduce the new toys.
Hell yeah.
You can't just throw away the other guys you've been invested in for so long.
I mean, to whoever did not know, Transformers started as a toy.
Like the whole show. The whole show's purpose was to sell toys. So then they
Like
made
every fucking show in the 80s.
right. So then they decide to make a movie out of the basically commercial show. But now you got people invested in the story and care about these characters. And then you got the Hasbro heads just being like, okay, let's just kill Prime. And you're like, wait, what?
I want.
Yeah. You gotta remember, this is a children's show. And the main character dies in the first 30 minutes. So Unicron sees it somehow. I like that autocorrect keeps going unicorn every time I typed in Unicron. Unicron sees this. I don't know how he sees that, but he's got cameras everywhere, I guess. And then on the way back, the Decepticons need to drop weight from their ship, and Starscream just decides to drop Megatron. He's like, let's just throw his ass out there.
And he just yeets him without any remorse or nothing. Just whoop.
He's like, I'm not dead yet. And then he nominates himself as the leader, and they all start fighting about it. And I love the fight over control. You have the contrast of the good guys being, oh yeah, Magnus, you're next. And everybody's like, all right, Magnus is next. And then you got the bad guys, I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. They're over here fighting.
Beating each other's asses.
Yeah. So Unicron eats the floating guys as they're dropping out. And then he finds Megatron and wants him to
destroy the Autobot matrix of leadership.
I was laughing at this part because Megatron dying and this bastard is still like bartering like he's at a swap meet. He's like,
destroy it for me.
Why should I? What's in it for me?
I will provide you with a new body and new troops to command.
these are options. You die, or I get you a new body, an army. And Megatron's like,
And nothing.
bitch, and?
Kamas.
What do you mean, and? How about you don't die? How about that? Oh, okay, that's fine.
That one of the, I'm gonna eat you. No.
I guess I'll take it. That's a good deal. And when all this is happening, the visuals are really cool. The colors are super vibrant and really, really dope. I really, really, really love the visuals of this thing.
There are moments where the animation does take a dip, but it's like in the more dynamic moments. This one was just peak.
In terms of the animation compared to the show, you can see that there is a boost there.
Oh yeah,
they were actually developing both at the same time, so it's like a pain in the ass. But they did definitely boost up the visuals for the show, for the movie. Megatron getting a new body, which now makes him Galvatron, and he's now voiced by Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, that voice change was a step up. Like Spock being an asshole. Woo!
I will rip open Ultra Magnus and every other Autobot until the Matrix has been destroyed.
So as they're crowning Starscream, Megatron, aka Galvatron, shows up and just blasts him and turns him into dust.
Another guy dead.
Unicron starts eating Cybertron, and a bunch of Autobots starts dying and shit. This is where we see Bumblebee and a human chilling out on the moon too, and everything else is getting eaten. It was weird to me to listen to Bumblebee talk.
We'll try and slow it down.
Oh yeah, because Bumblebee hasn't talked for a bunch of time.
And he's normal, right? He's not like the version of the radio and all that I know.
No, he's a grunt.
While I'm listening to Bumblebee talk, I also heard the human dropping.
Oh shit, what are we gonna do now?
I actually rewound it just to,
Me too. I was like, what'd you say?
Did I hear this correctly?
Yeah, there's people defending, saying that he says shoot. Nah.
No. He says shit.
Nah, he said shit.
Oh shit, what are we gonna do now?
There's theories as to why this is in the movie, is to boost the rating to PG, because their first version, even with all the death, had them as a G rating. So they're thinking that by throwing a shit in, it moves it to PG, which there's a theory, and I don't know if this is real or not, that the PG movies get more showings in theaters.
Oh, because general audiences are kind of considered kids movies?
Yeah, they're kids movies, right? So by making it PG, you're like parental guidance. Okay, then the parents might enjoy it as well.
Yeah, just by adding oh shit.
Yeah. After the shit, they get sucked up, and then the Decepticons head down to Earth. They start shooting at the Autobots that were already chilling there on Earth for another awesome fight. This is where we see some dinos show up and shooting fire out of their mouths.
Yeah, I like that the dinosaurs are like dragons.
Yeah, they're trying to, and they're supposed to get in the shuttle, and they're just not moving. But after a while, they eventually get into the shuttle.
And Hard Rod just lassos Grimlock, the T-Rex.
Yeah,
and Grimlock's just a stubborn asshole. No, let Grimlock fight.
He's my favorite guy. He also reminded me of the Zord power.
The Dragon Zord.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I'm telling you, like, this is probably like 30 minutes in. There's like 3 fights already. So there's like nonstop action in this thing, man. They're just fighting and people dying left and right. So they kind of split into 2 teams and they get away and they start getting chased down. And now there's a damn dogfight. So now they're chasing one into space. That was cool. So these 2 separate from the ship, and the ship that gets left behind gets blown up. The other team are underwater fighting these mechanical squids and fish and algae shit, while the others crash land at another planet. They give the kid, who's now they're in there hanging around, an exosuit. I just didn't like the kid. He felt like he was in the way to me.
Yeah, the 2 humans that are in there, as little as they are,
don't need them. So the other 2 that were underwater come across these like turtle frog bot thingies, and they run out of food and they get attacked and they get taken.
With a universal hello.
Ba weep grana weep nini bong.
They take them to this multiple face judge scary guy who's out here just handing out sentences, but they throw them in the jail where this dude tells them all about Unicron. So they take the old guy, and I don't know why when they say that he's innocent, they get fed to shark bots. I guess because he's a bad guy. That was my justification for it. Like, you're a bad guy, so you're innocent, so you lose.
It was weird.
Guilty or innocent? Innocent.
We see the Dinobots that are just wandering around, and this other little annoying guy has them, and they're following him. They team up over here. Galvatron is told that the Matrix actually wasn't destroyed, so he failed. So he sets off to the planet of Junk, where the Decepticons show up and blow up the shuttle. Yet another battle ensues. We get to the point where Magnus is trying to use his Matrix, but it's just not working, and he gets blown up. So Galvatron takes the Matrix, and as a true bastard, wants to use it against Unicron.
Oh, Simon.
I
got you now, bitch.
We cut back to the other 2 who are dropped into the water with the Sharkies, and then the Sharkies start chasing them underwater. They fight them up, and just before they lose, the Dinobots show up. Grimlock was my favorite, man. He's such a goober. And he's like,
Me Grimlock, no bozo, me king.
He arrived on a short bus.
he cool. I like that guy. So, I don't know how. I guess he is a king because he turns the sharks towards the judge, and they attack the judge now.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
So then this weirder biker gang starts chasing the other guys who are trying to mourn Magnus because he got f***ed up in the fight.
He got sliced and diced.
So they fight again, and again the music does not fit. And eventually the crew reunites to say the universal hello, and they start dancing. That was weird, man.
Oh, that was some kumbaya hippie shit. I was hippie shit. And the biker barbarians all spoke Australian English was
TV! We talk TV! You talk some TV?
But they also had Fu Manchu mustaches, so they look kind of Asian to me. So I was like, what the hell?
It was like Asian Australians that learn how to speak like that through watching TV.
I guess. So they put Magnus back together, and they just devise a plan to set out and defeat Unicron. While Galvatron is with the Matrix, threatening Unicron. So Unicron's like, you know what? I'm just going to transform into this giant bot with wings, and sets out to destroy Cybertron. He was kind of scary. I mean, he's eating damn planets.
This is where the scale thing starts. It bugged me, but I still enjoy the movie because there's a scene when he transforms and goes into Cybertron. He slams his hand in Cybertron, and Cybertron just gets clapped. But then he's standing on Cybertron like he's smaller than the planet. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
But I'm such a look at the shiny thing. I didn't even notice because I'm just looking at the art going, wow.
Oh yeah, the art is just beautiful.
That was distracting to me, so I didn't notice none of that. But we do get Decepticons versus Unicron. Unicron decides to eat Galvatron. So now he's inside.
Galvatron all blinged out.
He got his pimp chain.
See what?
I wish it was a spinner too. That'd be tight.
Oh, bitchy Galvy Galv.
Autobots show up and they decide to join the fight against Unicron, and they break into his eye and start fighting him from the inside.
That was just so nonchalantly. Let's go inside his eye. That's the window.
Hot Rod finds Galvatron and they start fighting with the Matrix. And Galvatron's trying to fight, but he is commanded by Unicron to destroy Hot Rod and end the fight. The dinos are fighting on the outside, and I guess you can see his eye is kind of fixed when you're too far away. Like they didn't keep the crack in his eye.
Yeah, again, a little bit of a slip up over there.
Yeah.
But in the end, you don't give a shit because they're just brawling inside a guy.
So stupid ass Daniel, the little kid, falls down, and the Miha bot shoots at something that unleashes a bunch of water. What the hell's that? The bladder?
Let's just say it was the bladder.
He shot the bladder?
He shot the antifreeze tank.
I guess. So Daniel gets saved by the Miha bot. Then he finds his dad, who's going to be dropped into acid, and just by pure luck, he saves his dad and Bumblebee from getting dropped into a vat of acid.
And two other guys who I do not know who they are.
Don't know. But we cut to Hot Rod and Galvatron fighting again. Hot Rod kind of looks like a GTA car.
Like a very, very spruced up GTA car.
Like one of the expensive ones. And as he's getting choked, the song comes on again. You got the touch. He's getting choked.
I hated that part. That song just coming in when he gets the Matrix. You got the touch.
It turns out Hot Rod was the chosen one all along. And he throws Galvatron through Unicron and blows shit up from the inside. And the Autobots transform and roll out. And they fly out the other eye.
And Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime.
I guess.
Yeah, I was just looking because I kind of didn't see any difference in the character design.
I didn't notice any different, no.
Yeah, but now he transforms. He's just huge and he can house a bunch of Autobots inside him.
So they roll out and Unicron blows up. And it's the end of the Cybertronian War. And to all are one. And you see Unicron's head floating in space. And we end the movie.
It pauses and I was like, oh, wait, did something go wrong? And it just roll clips.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna blink or something, but he don't have eyes, so how can he blink? So like I said, the show's purpose was to sell toys. So the movie's purpose was to intro new characters to sell toys. And because of that, that's why there's like a lot of chefs in the kitchen, because Hasbro wanted the movie to do this, while the creative people wanted it to do that. So even though there is one person credited as a writer, who was Ron Friedman, but there's just a lot of people attached to that because there was a lot of ideas and a lot of things. There's a hodgepodge of creativeness with different agendas that are just thrown into a pot, and that's how we get the movie. So there was an OG script that had Prime actually searching for Transformers, the beginnings of them. He's trying to find himself, and he eventually finds out that this home planet was actually a Transformer himself.
Oh yeah, it's Unicron's twin brother, his counterpart.
Did they make it into a comic or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was supposed to have a much more violent ending. I don't know what that entails. They killed half of the cast.
Holy shit.
Like I'm saying, in this movie, that's what they did. So how could it be more violent? I don't know.
I love this movie. I really do. It's just a staple in the Transformers franchise in my head. Nothing can top this movie in the Transformers movies. Music,
Yeah, the music.
it's just a no.
It's goofy.
No.
To me, it's goofy. I feel like fans are gonna like light us up. But
Oh,
to-
hell yeah.
To me, it doesn't fit. I'm not shitting on the music. The music is great. It just doesn't fit with what I'm watching, in my opinion.
Exactly, and it doesn't mean it's not cool, because the music in and of itself is pretty cool.
Yeah, the movie has a blistering pace, man. It's like you don't stop. I almost wish there was a little bit of filler, because it's like, okay, this happens and then fight, and then they're gonna die and then fight, and then they're gonna die and fight, and this die. It's just like so much stuff goes on that I almost wanted a break. Give me a little downtime.
It was 85 minutes. Wait.
It was short, but it's just action, putazos, fighting, pew pews, swords, this, whatever.
It felt shorter than it actually is.
It goes way too
'Cause
fast.
It just boom, 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 hits all the beats.
And even with the kid and the guy, which sucked, they didn't really add a break. If their purpose was to tell a great story, imagine how good this movie would have been. You know, if they actually tried to tell a good story instead of just, I'm gonna try and sell toys. You know.
Yeah, because actually it's god damn it, it's just simple.
Yeah.
But good guys, bad guys, fight it. Then good guys win. Y tan tan.
It's like you said, it's the best Transformer movie by far.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what the show is. It's robots beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything stupid like having the best guy tied up on wires. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my, fuck you for reminding me about that. I love you, but I hate you right now. No mames.
And on that note, that's our thoughts on the Transformers, the movie from 1986. Make sure you let us know down in the comments your thoughts of this movie when you watched it. If you watched it back in the day, if you haven't watched it, if you're going to anything at all, let us know down in the comments. I'm going to leave you another legendary movie, the Power Rangers movie. And if you're not down with that, if you're more of a Ninja Turtle person, I've got 2 of those for you right over here. Make sure to check those out. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to always and forever, you do.
One will rise and one will fall.
I can't do it. There you go. Kind of sound like Krabby from a Pokemon, but yeah.
Simon.